Do you know the difference between the adultery and the fornication? Actually, the difference is they make a distinction. In the Western legal structure, there's a distinction between the two. Adultery, when it is done against the will of a person, and then fornication is if it is with the consent of a person. But in Islam, it is known as zina bil jabr, zina bil rida. Zina bil rida means when both the parties agree, and jabr is when one of the party disagree. In Islam, whether a person agrees or disagrees, it is altogether haram. It doesn't mean that the people they agree, they come to the terms, okay, they do this, and Islam will permit. Okay, both the parties are agreed, and both the parties have compromised on this, so the law will not take its course. Actually, it is a command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we need to uphold the sanctity of the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whether it is adultery or fornication, it is uh, it invites the severe punishment. The reason is because the honor and dignity of the people is of immense importance. Honor and dignity of the people, it is matchless in Islam. Therefore, the honor of the people and dignity of the people should not be usurped. It should not be destroyed. That's why in Islam, fornication or adultery, both, they have been declared to be among the major sins. And however, law of evidence in Islam regarding this offense is very strict. Otherwise, if it were not strict, then every now and then we had to kill the people. It is so strict that 4 persons must bear the witness that they have observed the offense, and there's no doubt about it. If any of the 4 witnesses, is doubtful, then all of them have to be lashed 80 whips, because then it will be a false accusation. So you can do this only, one can do this only when there are 4 witnesses, and those 4 witnesses don't have an iota of doubt about the offense. It's not that they say, yes, we saw them in a room and that's it. No, they must observe. It means actually the culprits, they have crossed the limits to such an event, to such a level, that now it has become the talk of the town. When this became the situation, now it is a menace in the society, and this menace has to be uprooted. And now it's a parasite which will eat up the whole fabric of the society. But in order to establish this, there are the strict laws. And the law of evidence in Islam, specifically here, is quite strict. However, if a person out of force of nafs, out of the whispering of the shaitan, happen to do this, contrary to the killing, one must try to conceal this. One should not come forward. Yes, only if a person has a high level of iman, like Sayyidina Ma'iz radiallahu anhu, and Sayyida Ghamdiya radiallahu anha. Al-Ghamdiya, as I said, the pious lady who committed this offense, and then she offered for the execution. She offered herself for the execution, and she was executed in front of the people. However, Prophet ﷺ confirmed that her tawbah was accepted by Allah, and not only tawbah accepted, if her tawbah was supposed to be divided and distributed among the people of Medina, it would suffice them. So in case of adultery, so one is required to keep quiet. If a person has committed it, then seeking tremendous forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with the hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive my sin. And how can he expiate also for this? One tremendous istighfar, seeking forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the time, having the discomfort in the heart whenever he thinks about it. Restlessness must be also coupled by the remorsefulness. And second thing, trying one's best to get the people married. Many people, they want to get married, but they don't have the resources. and they want to protect their chastity by marriage. There are many hikmah behind the marriage. That's why Islam encourages us, and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "An nikahu min sunnati, faman raghiba an sunnati falaysa minni." Nikah is of my sunnah, and whoever turns away from my sunnah has nothing to do with us. Is not of us. So helping other people to get them married so that they can protect their chastity, so that uh, uh, their desires and wishes can be fulfilled through the lawful means, and that too as a source of ibadah.